Philippa, who's that gentleman to you?
He's my ex-husband.
And when was the last time you saw your ex-husband?
It was 4 to 5 years ago.
4 to 5 years ago. Now, I won't ask you whether that's a happy thing or not, but there you are. And is there something that you want to say?
It wasn't 45 years ago. We wouldn't even...
4 to 5, not 45. If it were 45 years ago, this might be a different case altogether. Understand? This is Judge Rinder, not Little House on the Prairie. Now, out of interest, Philippa, as I understand it, wasn't your first wife, correct?
No.
Where does she appear? Was she your second wife?
I met her...
No, which wife was she?
She was the fourth one.
She was your fourth wife?
Yeah.
And I understand you've come to court with this lady here.
She's my future wife.
She's your future wife?
Yeah.
So this is your fifth wife?
Yeah.
Your current future wife is from where, please?
San Pablo.
From Brazil?
Brazil.
Thank you very much. And so your current wife doesn't speak fluent English, is that right?
Not much.
Now, that's wife number 5. You were wife number 4?
Yes.
Understood. Did you think that you were the last and, consequently, he'd saved the best until last?
I absolutely did, Judge.
Was it the happy marriage that you'd romanticise in your own mind?
Well, not entirely, no, Judge. He wasn't one for talking very much. He was a bit silent.
Strong, silent type.
Yes.
Probably for the best now. Do you speak Portuguese?
No, sir.
So you have no meaningful way of communicating with your future wife?
Little bit.
Well, conversation isn't your thing.
No.
Understood. Despite the fact that the relationship wasn't brilliant, I'll put it that way, 6 years into the marriage, and it is a marriage, Michael came to you with a suggestion, really a dream that he had.
Yes.
And what was that dream? What was his ambition?
He wanted to buy a house in Cyprus.
You'd come across a commercial opportunity in Cyprus, whereby you could purchase a house as long as you were able to pay for it in 4 tranches.
Yes, sir.
And each time you paid, the developer would build up to that point.
Yes, sir.
Did you want to invest in a holiday home in Cyprus, madam?
No, I'm afraid I didn't, although it was a very beautiful home. I felt we couldn't afford it. I didn't want to get in debt.
Understood. And so, consequently, you spoke to Michael and you said, it's a no from us. Did you make that point, madam?
No, I said, you go ahead with it if you think you can raise the money. And he said he thought he could. But I said, I am not putting any money into it.
The law doesn't see your money or his money. The law understands what's happened as joint property, one great big family pot. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Sir.
And so what happened was that you paid the first tranche for the villa in 2003 in October, right?
Yes, sir.
You paid the second tranche in January, and you paid the third tranche in May of 2004.
Yes, sir.
That's the first 3, and it gets built up to a certain point.
Yes,
Understood?
sir.
You're still married.
Yes.
Now, the difficulty comes when the last payment is due, and that's on the 30th of September of 2004.
Yes, sir.
At that time, Michael, you were not in a position to pay the last sum. Do you know how much that last sum was?
32,000.
£32,000. You had £20,000 of that last tranche, but you were £12,000 short.
Yes, Your Honour.
Understood. What did he do, Philippa?
Well, he put pressure on me to put this last lot of money into it. Otherwise, he would have lost all the money he'd already paid and the house as well. So I felt, excuse me, morally obliged to do so.
Did you put Philippa under pressure?
No, sir.
I just felt I couldn't, as my husband, let him lose all that money.
Now, that's the point, because, Michael, what would have happened if you didn't pay that final sum?
I'd have lost a lot.
When you agreed to purchase this villa at the beginning, you weren't able to sign for it on your own, correct?
No.
The lawyer, yes, I think his words were that we always put husband and wife on an agreement of this type.
Your name, from the beginning of the build, is on the deed to this property.
Yes.
Sir, do you still own this property?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. You are effectively, in law, a joint owner of it. Did you know that?
I had an idea of that, Judge.
Is it a lovely property? Is it what you were hoping for?
It is a beautiful property.
And you go there now fairly often, I would have thought.
I live there.
And you live there with your new wife, or about to be?
Yes, sir.
Do you like Cyprus? Nice house? She's very happy. Now, did you ever have any discussion about this document and the fact that you were a joint owner?
No, no.
Sir, in respect of this document, have you done anything, other than this document, have you done anything legally in order to remove Philippa from being a joint owner of that property as of today's date?
No, sir.
The villa was completed in 2004. You split up in 2008. Is that right?
Yes, Judge.
During the course of splitting up, you have to go through a legal process. At some point, Michael, you sold your home in Bath. This was the bungalow that you were living in. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Philippa, when you got your divorce, you have to file various papers.
Yeah.
One of them is the basic divorce papers, which say why you're getting divorced. You dealt with that. I don't need to go into who blamed who for what.
Yes.
It was an amicable arrangement.
Yes.
What agreement did you come to in respect of the finances?
Legally,
Legally, madam.
my lawyer told me that he could not deal with property abroad.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.